Staring into the vast expanse of the Nordic landscape, surrounded by the echoes of clashing swords and the cries of warriors locked in a dance of life and death. In the midst of chaos, on the fringe of entering another realm, a legion of winged figures descend upon the battlefield, the mythical maidens of Norse lore. Here to select the warriors worthy of a place in Valhalla, weaving through the chaos to collect the souls of the fallen. The word Valkyrie is a Norse translation that means chooser of the slain. This translation shows us the role Valkyries played in Norse mythology, serving as figures that were entrusted with the sacred duty of selecting warriors deemed worthy to join the ranks of the honoured dead in Valhalla. The idea of the sight of a Valkyrie could be lethal, as explained in the Saga of Volsungs, where it states that gazing at them was like staring into flames. The belief system surrounding Valkyries is rooted in the idea that these beings are harbingers of war who were the essence of violence and who symbolise the harsh realities of battle, whereas the modern depiction is a little more pleasant. Most of their names had an affiliation with war, such as Svava, translated to the killer, or Gerahod, translated to spear battle, and there were many more named similarly. The Valkyries had an affiliation to Norns, who are deities in Norse mythology who are responsible for shaping the course of human destinies. It was said by Snorri Sturluson in the Prose Edda that Skuld, the youngest Norn, would ride with the Valkyries to choose the slain. Valkyries are associated with Odin, who is the chief god of the Aesir, who were more like warrior gods linked to bravery in comparison to Vanir, who are associated with fertility, wisdom and the ability to see the future. The Vikings believed that an honourable death on the battlefield had a huge significance in shaping their destiny in the afterlife. This meant that dying with valour and courage in the heat of battle, falling with a weapon in hand engaged in combat with the enemy, was the surest path of gaining entry to Valhalla to join Odin. The notion of a good death shaped the ethos of the Viking culture and the pursuit of eternal glory. Once the warrior had arrived in Valhalla, they would join the Einherjar, who were the other fallen warriors, for a feast and prepare for the apocalyptic battle of Ragnarok. Ragnarok is a series of events that signify the end of the world and is translated from Old Norse as the fate of the gods. The cataclysmic event is detailed in various Norse sources such as the Prose Edda. Key events include the release of the wolf Fenrir and the serpent Jormungandr, who play significant roles in the destruction of the world, where many of the gods are fated to perish, including Odin and Thor. The event concludes with the world being submerged in water, signalling a rebirth where a surviving pair of humans will repopulate the earth. There's a lot more to it than that, but that's the basic idea of it. I'll likely do a separate, more in-depth video on this at some point, and for those that want to look further into these references, they can be found in the prose and poetic Eddas. Although Valkyries are regarded as the chooser of the slain, they are also regarded as companions and protectors of Viking warriors on the battlefield. Warriors believed that they would be watching over them during conflicts, which provided a sense of divine intervention and protection in the midst of battle. In the Eddic poems, they also develop romantic entanglements with the mortal warriors. An example of that is where the Valkyrie Sigrun falls in love with a hero named Helgi Hundingsbane. This shows us that while they were depicted as protectors, they were also compassionate companions. Embedded in Old Norse literature, the Song of the Spear explores the aspects of the spear as an instrument of fate wielded by the Valkyries. It gives out the idea that Valkyries guided the destinies of warriors and influenced the outcome of battles. It's described in Njord's saga, where we hear a first-hand account of someone who witnesses the Valkyries entering a cottage where he sees them setting up a weaving loom. Here they would be weaving the loom of human body parts, weaving a cloth dyed with blood, using their weapons as tools. The Valkyries are singing verses that make it clear they're in fact weaving the outcome of a distant battle, with their motions mimicking and affecting the projectiles and outcome on the battlefield. When the cloth is finished, they tear it to shreds and each ride off with the scraps they were holding. The Valkyrie ultimately bridge the gap between this world and the next. You have to wonder how much confidence this would give a Viking warrior, with the idea that they were protected in battle, the fate was already written, and dying there sword in hand only sent them to a better place with Odin in Valhalla. This surely drove them forward in the pursuit of eternal glory. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share and subscribe to the channel for similar content, and I'll see you soon.